Good morning. Welcome to the last chance that we're going to be going over this part. Variables on both sides, solving for equations. The next section that we're going to be going into is solving for equations that have variables on both sides but with more steps. So we're going to get one more step complicated than this one for this section. Okay, so don't have to write this part down, just make sure you're listening, paying attention. When we do get into the examples, which are on the next slide, please make sure that you write these down step for step. Okay, add in as many different other notes that you feel that you need to add in, but at the minimum, have at least what I put down here. Okay. All right. First problem: 3w plus 6 equals 4w. Okay. So first thing I like to do is to draw a line down the middle here, separating the two sides of my equal signs. That way, I make sure I do not get lost with what I'm doing. Okay. I want to make sure that I keep my two sides working. Sometimes when people get rid of, let's say if I get rid of the 4w, they forget that right side entirely, and their answer gets messed up. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring all the variables to one side. I have a 3w and I have a 4w. Okay, so I need to decide, do I want to move the 3w over, or do I want to move the 4w over? Okay, in this case, looking at it, I'm going to move the 3w. Okay. Generally, you want to move the lesser of the two. Sometimes it's easier to do it one way compared to doing it the other. The more practice you get at doing this, the easier you will find the solution to do it. So you'll notice sometimes it's easier to do it this way or that way. Okay, so let's move on. 3w, subtracting it from both sides. Eliminates here. We have a positive 6, so plus 6 equals 4w minus 3w is 1w. Okay. So I have here 6 is equal to the 1w, so just 6 equals w. Okay, that was just a simple one-step solve here. And to check your answer, if you wanted to, take that 6, plug it in for your w there. Okay, 6 times 3 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. 6, plug in the 6 on the other side. 6 times 4 is also 24. 24 equals 24. That works. Okay, next problem. Okay, make sure you're keeping up. Don't be relaxing, looking around. Okay, make sure you guys are keeping up with these problems. Have these step for step. Okay, first part, 8c equals 5c plus 21. Again, I'm going to pick the lesser of the two and subtract it from the larger in this case. So I'm going to take the 5c that is positive. If there's not a sign in front of it, it's positive automatically. Okay, so that's positive 5c. I'm going to subtract it. I'm going to subtract it. 8c minus 5c leaves me with 3c equals, and a positive 21 on that side. Okay, get rid of the 3 here in front of the coefficient. Multiply by its reciprocal, so multiply by 1 over 3, or in this case you can just divide by 3. Divide by 3, c equals 7. Okay, again you can go back, take your 7, plug it into the original equation, solve, and get the same answer. The left will be equal to the right. Okay, next one. We have 4x minus 9 equals 6x plus 13. Okay, I'll slow down here for just a bit in case you're catching up still from the last one. Still going to do the first thing here, draw a line separating the left from the right. Okay, I'm going to look at the 2. I'm going to take, again, I'm going to take the lesser of the 2 away from the larger. I got 4x to 6x. I'm going to subtract my 4x. Subtract my 4x, subtract my 4x. Okay? Both sides. 4x minus 4x eliminates itself. You get 0 minus 9, so it's a negative 9, equals 6x minus 4x is 2x minus 13. Okay, continuing on. We want to get the x by itself, so get rid of the minus 13. Do the inverse operation, add 13. Add 13. Take your time here, make sure that you figure out what is a negative 9 plus 13. You have a negative with a positive, you find the difference. 13 minus 9 is 4. I have more positives, so it's going to be a positive 4. Equals 2x, that eliminates. So 4x equals 2. Divide both sides by the coefficient here, the 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and so you get 2 equals your value for x. Make sure you guys again are writing these down step for step and going over it as we are. If you need to put in little tips, little tricks, little pointers, things to watch out for, throw those into your notes. Do not just leave them plain and boring. Okay, I know some of you guys may have done it the other way. Instead of subtracting the 4x here, you subtracted the 6x. So let's do that. I'm going to clear the ink from here. And I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to get rid of the 6x. It's a positive 6x. I'm going to subtract 6x. Break down my sides here. 4 minus 6 is a negative 2x. Minus 9 equals, left with a minus negative 13 over there. 0 minus 13 is a negative 13. Get rid of the minus 9, so we're going to add 9 to both sides. Add 9, negative 13 plus 9 is? Anybody? Yeah, there we go. Negative 4, great. So we have a negative 2x equals negative 4. Bane, make sure you're watching over here. Michael, turn around. Here we go. Get rid of the negative 2. They'd be multiplied, so you want to divide. Divide. Negative 2 divided by 2 is 1. You get 1x equals negative 4 divided by negative 2 is 2. Same solution that we got when we solved it the other way. Okay, it doesn't change answers when we solve it different ways. It stays to be the same answer. Okay, and I believe this is the last one here. Yep, last example. Okay, and you guys can get started on the work. Here we go. 3c minus 15 equals 17 minus c. Again, first thing I do, drop down. There's my line, separating the left from the right. Now I need to evaluate. Do I want to move my 3 or my 1c? Excuse me. I'm going to add my c. Plus c. Plus c. Boom. 3c plus 1c gives you 4c. Minus 15 equals, and we have 17. Minus c plus c, that cancels out. Nice 0 there. Okay, 4c minus 15 equals 17. I want to get rid of everything on the side of my c now. Okay, there's my c, get rid of the minus 15. Add 15. Add 15. Boom. There we go. 4c minus 15 plus 15, 0 equals 17 plus 15. 10, 20, 32. You have 4 times c, get rid of the 4. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. c equals 32 divided by 4. Jacob? Yes, good job. 8. Okay, again, you can take your answer, plug it into the original equation, and it'll work out. Let's do it here. 8. 3 times 8, 16, 24. 24 minus 15 gives me a 9. So is 9 equal to, this is 17 minus, the value for c was 8. 17 minus 8 is 9, so 9 equals 9. Yes, it works out. That is the correct answer. Okay? For the homework, make sure that you write down step-by-step process on how you solve it. Don't just have the answers down. If you need to, you can do it on a separate piece of paper. Staple the 2 sheets together, that way you don't lose them. Do not leave them in the class when you guys walk out. At the end of the class period, please make sure that you guys do pick up 2 to 3 pieces of trash. Keep the classroom clean, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you. Bye.